indicted in the no-show worker case says his client is innocent. On Tuesday, we told you about Brenda Wise. She was Joe McGlone's boss for 12 years. McGlone got paychecks from the Norfolk Community Services Board, but never came to work. Then at your side's Lauren Compton's in the newsroom now with her side of the story. Lauren?
Tom, I spoke with Wise's attorney tonight. He says his client is being used as a scapegoat in a case that ignited a scandal for the CSB. Andrew Sachs says all along this should have solely been an administrative matter, not a criminal one. If charged with felony embezzlement, Brenda Wise's attorney says she could spend 2 to 10 years in the penitentiary. Wise's attorney, Andrew Sachs, says his client isn't guilty of stealing and feels the case never should have reached a courtroom.
This is an abuse of the criminal law to charge an employee for failing to act in a timely manner in terminating another employee. That's absurd.
For 12 years, Joe McGlone, an administrative assistant for the CSB, received more than $300,000 even though she wasn't working there anymore. At the time, Wise was the director of administration. A grand jury that indicted her believes she knowingly signed off on McGlone's checks. Wise's attorney says his client didn't break the law, but made an administrative error.
I think she acknowledges that she could have handled the situation with this employee better, but that's where the matter should end. It's a personnel issue.
Sachs says it's unfair that the woman who cashed in those paychecks was never charged, all while his client is taking the fall for the now known no-show worker scandal.
It's really just been sort of almost a mob mentality that, somebody has to pay for this bureaucratic era, and they've strung Brenda Wise up to do that.
It's this mentality, Sachs says, will make it hard for Wise to get a fair trial in the city of Norfolk.
This community is not of the objective and disinterested mind that we need for a jury of her peers to fairly judge her in a criminal trial.
Sachs says if this does make it to trial, he plans to ask for a change of venue. But Sachs is trying to get the case tossed out before it ever gets that far. A trial date for Wise has not yet been set. We'll stay on top of this story and bring you updates as we get them. In the newsroom, Lauren Compton, 10 on your